Hi there, welcome back. Dr. Karl joins us this morning. Today we're talking about the film Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. It's the latest Marvel flick. Dr. Karl, what can you tell us? Life lessons when it comes to this movie.
Okay, a lot of life lessons in this movie, and I loved this movie. I've already seen it in lists. I'm kind of an MCU fan, so I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen any of those films?
I have not.
Okay, you know, and so there are like 25 films, and a lot of people have ranked this one in the top 10 of those films. And we're going to see some of those images from the film. This has an all-Asian cast. And so they worked really hard to make it authentic, and to bring in that element. But this is comic book fare, so there's a lot of action and a lot of silliness and a lot of humor because the MCU brings a lot of that in. But there are some really cool themes and ideas. Why don't you tell us what this film's about?
Well, Shang-Chi, according to the stuff I'm reading right in front of my face, the master of unarmed weaponry-based kung fu is forced to confront his past after being drawn into the Ten Rings organization. Who of us haven't experienced that? Will he be able to break away from his past, or will the mistakes of his father ruin his chances of a new life? Does he have the power to face off his demons? Will he even survive?
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, right. Okay, so it's life and death, but in this one, it's going to have some of those family themes, and actually a fantastic cast. Simu Liu, I really like him from Kim's Convenience, and Awkwafina is hilarious. So she kind of brings that element into this film. And Michelle Yeoh, she is just solid, and she's been in so many things. So she's an action hero. So I'm going to spin this one in the direction of how to leave a dysfunctional family. So the dad is a super villain, and he has these 10 rings that give him power and make him live forever. And you know, that's a good combination or a bad combination, you know. So if you're going to have all the power in the world and live forever, and you're not a nice person, then that makes it a tough family to leave. So we're talking about leaving a dysfunctional family and how to do that. Number one is to identify who you're leaving and why. And so if there's alcoholism, if there's abuse, if there's whatever, but you, instead of just saying, you make me mad, if you can identify why you're leaving, if you can say, your constant criticism hurts my feelings and I don't want to be around that anymore. The more solid you can make it, the more you can definitively say why you're leaving. That will help the whole process, because there are a lot of pieces involved in this. Number two, expect some resistance. Now in the film, you know, power and resistance and fights and all kinds of stuff going on. But if you're going to leave somebody behind, there's you need to expect that it's not going to be easy. You might get some phone calls. You might have to share with other people why you're doing that. Number three, set some boundaries. In that picture, he's setting up some boundaries, but to make that really concise and say, hey, if you're going to drink like that, I can't be around you. And you're going to set some real definitive boundaries. And then if you're going to do this, you need some support. And in the film, he needs some support. So he's got his friend Awkwafina, he's got his sister, and they're making a stand, and they're saying, hey, this is the way it's going to be in the future, and you've got to be able to do that. If you're in a truly dysfunctional family, it's not going to be an easy thing, but it actually could be powerful to step away.
Nice job on summarizing all that without giving away how the movie ends.
Trying not to.
See, he's good. He's good. Dr. Karl, thank you as always. We'll see you next week. All right, turning back to 4-state weather. Benny K is over in the Weather Center. Tell us what's happening today.